Hello and welcome to episode 16 of our Ostriv Alpha 4.5 Let's Play. It is January of 1743 in our town. 470 residents and a nice chunk of change in the bank. Now, last episode we added a whole bunch of stuff. We had some, if I can remember which way is up, we had some new houses built up here. Had some other industrial things taken care of, expanded this area quite a bit. And we are in a pretty good position for growing to 500 residents. Now, someone pointed out in a comment that I did not allow these cowsheds access to fallow fields, nor do I have pastures assigned to them in the event that there is not an available field. So we're going to fix that before I forget. It's a pretty stupid mistake of me to make, but we'll just take care of that real quick. Just get one of those for here. And then one of those for here. Wow, that is not even close to straight. That's fine. We will survive. We will be okay. That'll suffice. It's not perfect, but it will work. It'll be just okay. So we'll go ahead and get that going there. Can't believe I forgot to do that. Well, I mean, I kind of can. But you know how it goes. So we got 470 people. Gotta add some more houses here. And we were thinking last time of exactly where we might want to put more houses. I'm not going to put any more in this area right here because I think it's going to be more production type stuff. So the only other logical conclusion is to keep building up this way. So we're going to do a little bit of that. Maybe not at this exact moment because I want to try and not completely marry myself to the grid. But you know, there's only so much you can do when you have to build houses with gardens, and they have four-sided plots. So it's, yeah, you just got to think about it a little bit. And this area right here, I don't want to build houses on. One, because it's kind of far away from a market, but also because eventually we're going to want to put more fishing docks in. But what we can go ahead and do now, make sure, we actually could probably use another school. We don't really have a super logical place to put another one just yet. So we do have one here, we have one here, and we have one over here. So theoretically, if we're going to put another one, it would probably need to go over here, but we don't have a lot of houses. I mean, I guess location doesn't technically matter, but for the sake of realism, we are going to try and abide by that. I thought for a little bit about putting a small farm here, but I didn't want to clog up the space on the island for that. We could possibly put a farm on this side, but again, I don't want to go all in on this area until I have to, because it's a lot of resources to get other stuff over here. I'd have to build another market and all sorts of other things and improve connectivity with bridges. So we're not going to get there quite yet. I do think, though, it would be pretty smart to start building out this area, which is going to mean another forestry. And I wanted to move this one anyway. But I do need to wait to get rid of this one until after these trees are all taken care of. And that's going to take probably a little bit more time. Maybe another couple episodes. But in the meantime, while we're taking care of that, we can build out this way a little bit. So, go ahead. I know, they're on the grid, but you know, there's only so much I can do about that, right? It's just one of those things you kind of have to live with. So we'll put that here. We're going to try the same thing I did over there, but we're going to rotate this one 90 degrees, hit that good old F1, build this out like so, and kind of match it up. Not perfectly. The idea is to create something that's a little bit weird, but not super weird, you know? And of course, now that that's here, we can get rid of these fences that are going to be kind of out of place. These were only ever just a guide anyway. So get rid of that, and that's looking a lot more natural. We're going to put some trees. You know, actually, we could just go ahead and do that now. Why not? I think cottonwood trees might look nice here. So while they're taking care of all that construction, we can take care of a little bit of tree construction. These trees look wonderful when they are fully grown. It's a very nice way to frame out an area, especially with nice wide streets, because the trees are very tall and narrow. I mean, I'm not a landscape designer or anything, I just kind of like how it looks. Okay, so just about done with this side. We'll get the other side popped in. I don't think I can get another 2 here, so I will do that, and I'm going to try and put a another archway here. So we'll start right here again. That house is done. They're going to be building these in lightning speed now. I always zoom way too far out when I'm doing these. So it's about to be planting time. So you know how this goes. We'll have a whole bunch of job vacancies for a short period of time, and then they'll all go away. But if you build houses during the planting season, then it won't get mad at you because there's no jobs available. It'll just have people move in, and then when the planting season's over, there won't be any more jobs, but they're already there. So then you don't have to worry about that. At any rate, we are getting very close to being finished with the trees. Just a little bit more. I appreciate your patience as we take care of all of this stuff. It's always important to have these things done as you're building, so you don't just have whole bunch of nothing to do, and then one day you decide, oh, I should probably, you know, put some trees around. Anyway, so that's all done, and we've got a messenger here, and I don't really think we need anything that they're offering, so we're not going to buy anything. Still worth checking, though. So those are just 2 marriage household occupations there. So, you know, nothing groundbreaking, but that does help just a little bit here. So those 3 houses will get us a little bit closer to 500. And it looks like our cows are, yeah, they're already getting busy here. I guess we just needed to wait for them to, you know, have access to a field. What a concept, right? And they're not using the pastures, but that's fine. The sheep can use this pasture this year. Eventually we are going to add even more cow sheds because we are going to need a lot more leather for all of our tanning purposes here. Speaking of, yeah, they're needing cow hides. So unfortunately, we don't have any at this exact moment because we've been trying to grow stuff. But yeah, it'll be all right. So we got those trees there, and that's a nice little improvement coming out of the trading post here. And none of these have anything to do with entrances or exits here. So we can go ahead and pop in our dear friend Big Arch number 2 right there, and then complete the fence. Unless the game doesn't want me to complete the fence, in which case we won't complete the fence. Okay, let me do that one. It's not going to let me do anything on this side, huh? That is very weird. Okay, well, if it's not going to let me, it's not going to let me, and not much I can do about that. So all 3 of these houses were filled with marriages, so we really do need more houses built. And I probably should put more spruce trees along this, but that's going to take a really long time. I don't really feel like doing that during not winter time, so we won't. So let's see, what else can we take a gander at here? Looks like stuff's going pretty well, all things considered. Our fishing docks are in need of boat repair, but I believe that is happening slowly. We're producing a pretty good amount of stuff here. Dried fish. Well, we haven't really done anything this year, but we've got quite a bit stored up, so I'm not super worried about that. As far as potatoes go, we're producing a pretty decent amount, and the pigs are consuming them, so that is important to have that taken care of. Looks like that's going well. Cool. So I really need to add more houses down here, but I don't want to do too much more. I think I could probably get away. Yeah. We'll do this. I'll just put some in along this shoreline here because we can, and for no other reason. We'll just put some there, and then the last one we'll put over here. We'll go right there, and that's 6 houses just right there. Should be a pretty good addition. Ah, yes. Now, these people always have something that is worth interacting with. Sheep, we have plenty of sheep. Cows, we have enough cows. Pigs, we're full on. I guess we should probably kill some boars. Not that it really matters, because we don't want to encourage too much pig population growth anyway. Yeah, I mean, we're doing fine. We don't really don't need too much going on here, although we are going to get to the point pretty soon where we can start selling clothing, which is fantastic news. Now, while we're over here, we should be low quality water. Okay, I got to find somewhere that's not low quality water, so probably right here, actually. If I can get it to rotate just right. Pop that bad boy right there. That'll be an aid to other stuff. Looks like we're probably in decent shape otherwise. You really can't ever have too many wells. If I can get someplace right here where it's not going to tell me low quality water, doesn't look like it can. So I probably have to come over here to take care of that. Or you know what? Actually, I could put one right here. It's a pretty good built-in spot for it. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be an improvement. And I think these 6 houses should, theoretically, get us over 500 unless they're immediately occupied by marriages, which they very well could be. Which just means it'll take us a little longer to get over that 500 hump. We'll have to see exactly how long stuff might end up taking. But, you know, lots to be excited about here. We've got a market that is very well stocked. We've got other houses that are in the process of being built and should be relatively quickly occupied here. It's just so fun to watch them build stuff. This actually could be a new immigration family coming in. And not at this exact moment, which is, you know, that always happens when I try to focus on something in a video. It just doesn't do it. You know, no big deal, whatever. We'll just come back here with some benches while we have a moment. We might not be able to put any wells over here, but there's no rule that says we can't put a bench here and there. So we will do exactly that in between these trees, again, for no other reason than the fact that we can. And I think on the back side of this thing right here would be a pretty good spot. And just for good measure, we'll put another one over here, rotate very slightly to kind of match that. I think if we get in the habit of just, you know, putting a bunch of these in different spaces, probably a good idea, you know? Because we really don't have a ton. We have some on this side, so I guess this area is probably fine. We have a couple over here, not a ton. That seem to be doing pretty well. The church, actually, yeah, the church has one right there, so that's fine for there. 477 already. Okay, good. So we'll get somewhere. We might have to put in a couple more houses on this side to make sure we have all of this taken care of. Now, I do want to put in probably a bridge, maybe here where the river's narrowest would make sense. I'm going to put another one up here eventually anyway. But I want to make sure that I'm covering all my bases and not necessarily locking myself out of future places I might want to build. So we'll go ahead and do just a few more over here as I push the wrong button again. You know what the heck, why don't we just go ahead and go for broke here, huh? Just put a whole bunch more houses and see how many we can get built. Because there are going to be more jobs, right? We'll be fine. So we'll stop that madness there, and we'll go ahead and pop in a bridge right next door, and just pop that just to match like so. That'll be good. And then I think we can also, well, the river's kind of wide at this point actually, but we're going to need one here anyway. So just find a spot that makes sense. Come over here. Uneven terrain, huh? Okay. Well, if I do something like this, how about that? All right, so that'll be interesting because this is going to be a very low bridge because of the topography there. But I'm sure the fishing boats will still have no problem going underneath. We might even see some decapitated heads of the fishermen, depending on the height of things. Oh, we'll see. That is quite a thick build queue, so we might have to let that go for a little while. See just how long it takes for stuff to get accomplished here. We'll go ahead and hire some more builders, because we can, and we're probably going to need them, because we have all this stuff taken care of here. Yeah, so most of these were marriages. We had three immigrations. So we will see just how much we're able to accomplish here. Once this house is done, though, I think it could be time for another one of those time lapses. Watch them finish this guy, and then we can set up and just watch all sorts of good stuff get built here. That's always good fun. I just love how fast these go up sometimes. Now that we've got theoretically 21 people working construction, should go pretty quickly. Of course, we have a couple of these wells to build first, if they ever get around to it. But that should happen in relatively short order, so we have everyone running around. We will find out just how long it takes for stuff to get built. So in the meantime, we'll just find ourselves a nice little spot. Actually, let's see who moved into this house. Okay, cool. 489. We're going to get to 500 pretty soon. Probably the next, I had to guess, probably the next 3 to 4 houses. So we'll park it right here and watch some construction. And I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so just finished some houses, and this bridge is being constructed in short order as well. Look at all this. We got this nice little S-curve houses here, and we've got a messenger that can buy some of our goods, maybe. We're not going to be selling shoes anytime soon, it looks like. Well, we can sell some of this other stuff. Go ahead and buy some leather and metal parts, because we can always use those. Iron seems to be doing okay. Flour we can purchase as well, because we have the ability to. And we're up to 529 people in our town. So I'd say that was successful. And now we have this area over here. Go ahead and put it on 1x speed for just a moment. We have this whole area over here that is now accessible. So you know there's going to be a farm somewhere. But look at this. Look how much this completes this area right here. Having these houses. I think that's fantastic. And of course, they're going to need some more wells. So I'll get a couple of those plunked down here real quick. They're not going to be able to be very close to the river, I don't think. Okay, so we're actually not doing too bad. Let's go ahead and put on the back side of this market, we'll put a couple of these right here. Those should still be reasonably accessible for most of these people. And those will get built eventually. But let's try to pick a place to get our screenshot for today. I kind of like the idea of having all these houses right here featured. So maybe we'll go something like that. I'm trying to remember, because I have the gradient is in this corner. It doesn't take as much space up as it used to. And you can see pretty much down to about here. So it could probably actually be something like this might look nice, where you just have all the houses lined up in a row. So we'll do, we'll do this. Take a little screenshot there, and that'll be this episode's screenshot. It's going to be a little bit shorter of an episode because of the time lapse, but we'll see if they can get this bridge done, because they have all the resources. They just have to have the guys to come do it. So I think if anyone starts building relatively soon, it will get done before snowfall. You know, there's just a whole ton of wood. 33,000 wood. 34, 37,000. It says all resources are collected. But clearly that's not the case. It's going to be 40-some thousand pieces of wood. It's a lot of wood. Okay, here they go. Now they're actually building. How fast can they go? Probably pretty fast, if I had to imagine. Yeah, here we go. Now we're picking up speed. We are going. The real question is, will they get this done before snowfall? They only have a couple in-game days. I don't think they're going to get it. It's going to be really close, though. Yeah, here's December. Here comes the snow. They didn't quite get there, but that is maybe some of the fastest time I've ever seen for a bridge to be constructed in this game. So, yeah, that's something to be pretty excited about. Plus, having the advantage of another access to this space up here, it's going to be really, really nice. It's going to be probably mostly farm over here because it's on the outskirts a little bit. Yeah, good stuff. Very good stuff indeed. Looking like a lot of fantastic progress this episode, even though it's mostly just building houses. Hope you enjoyed. Of course, this is the time that I remind you that I do a live stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/jcthebeard, playing Ostriv and other games as well. And we're going to try and do a live stream sometime probably this weekend, maybe possibly Saturday or Sunday night, depending on what else I've got going on. It can be a little busy at times, and oftentimes I won't know exactly what I have the ability to do until right before I do it. But we'll try to get something else going out there, because we had a really, really good time last time. Lots of wonderful, supportive people in chat, and just, you know, a chill environment where you can feel safe just coming to enjoy watching a game. Yeah, that's just about all the time we've got for today's episode. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.